Hey guys, this is Garies. Welcome back to my gaming channel. We are once again back here in Minecraft, but today we are starting a new season 2 of my modded pack. So I've changed up the name a bit, so it's now Garies Enhanced mod pack, not a exploration mod pack. We didn't have too many exploration mods last time, and this time I have even less. So we are on 71 mods, where we I think was on 105 mods or 106 mods in the previous season. So I tried to bring down the amount of mods just to, I don't know, just to try not to use as much resources. Some other people that tried to mod pack actually started struggling with the specs and so on. And also my computer isn't the best anymore, so I'm also struggling with too many mods and performance issues. Anyway, so let's start a new game with my testing and so on. That I think this one will work out nice. So let's see. Garies LP. So we'll call it Let's Play. World options. I wonder if I can copy and paste. Ah, we can. Okay, so that's the seed we're going to go for. minus 7185364779484527158. That's the seed we are going with. Okay, bonus chest, we're not going to do that. Generate structures on, default world type. We have a biomes mod added, but I don't see it. It's not the biomes of plenty. I know biomes of plenty you have to choose here, but that one looks like it's integrated with a normal default world generation, which is awesome. And then we're done with this. Difficulty is normal. Survival, allow cheats, no. Data packs, no. We don't have game rules. Let's see game rules. Just going to scroll them. Disable raise. Okay, all looks good. And that's it. Let's create a world. Experimental settings, I believe that it's either a biomes mod that I'm using, or it's the flat bedrock mod that adds this. Okay, we've loaded in. I pause the recording just for this step because the generation actually takes quite a while. Okay, so this is actually the exact same spot I started earlier. So usually you start with in the chunk itself, roundabout. And I'm actually at the same spot. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so why I'm accepted this spot, sorry, it's still lagging a bit, the rain generation is still kicking in. And while we're at it, let's go to the options, minimap preset, I believe. Yeah, it's correct. So what's not happening? Keybinds, journey map. Where's journey map? Journey map. There's journey map. Create waypoint. Yes. Zoom in. I want that. Zoom out. I want that. Okay. Okay. Let's just keep it there. Back to game. Okay, so now we can zoom into the minimap. Awesome. Okay, so I have a couple of mods. While we do that, where's my list? I wanted to go through a list. Give me a second. Okay, I have a list next to me, so let's go from top to bottom while we go look for a spot. I actually wanted to start off here. Let's see what's going on here. And then I'm going to take a page out of Direwolf's book and go directly mining, and while we go mining for our first resources, I'm going to handle the mods. I wonder what that structure is. That's one of the mods we added, the extra structures. Oh, and you can see there's, I don't know what that is, either a geese or a swan, or no, a swan. Yeah, a swan geese is more than one, or it's ducks. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, let's just start here. I do like this spot right here where we are. I do like it. Okay, so let's grab some trees. We start hitting. See, no small tree here. Okay, well, we'll see what we get. Okay, so while I farm this, let's start at the top. So we have, the mod is, okay, I don't have a full mod name here. It's Adlords. Okay, please excuse that. Adlords is a mod in the mod directory. It's actually something large ore deposits. Okay, but let's go with another note. So let's start at additional structures that we just saw. It adds a bunch of new structures to the game, which we'll find in your exploration, etc. And oh, there's a mod I forgot to add. It's the workbench mod from Tinkers. It's a separate mod. Okay, I'll add it afterwards. Maybe I should make a note. Because I really enjoy that mod much more. Okay, so we have that. Let's get a bunch of wood. And sticks. Okay, now we can start with your basic... Oops, nope. Basic wood tools and your basic farming. So we have 2 books, Alex's Animal Dictionary and Biomepedia, the Biome Go mod. Okay, so as you there. Okay, let's go see. Okay, so that's additional structures. There's a bunch of mods or a bunch of new structures in the world, and there's also dungeons, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we'll still have a the exploration part, and then we also have advanced blacks. Why didn't we get that achievement? It's when you get an achievement you get a plaque of getting that. The next one I believe is hot topic, so let's see if we can get to hot topic. Okay, the axe broke because we tried to cut down multiple trees, and also you will see there's a durability bar, which is kind of cool. And there's stone here. Then we'll need to get food. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, Stone Age. Okay, so that's the next achievement. So we can get coal. Okay, but before we do that, let me try and get the better tools. Okay, so next up is Alex's mods. Okay, so we have a book with Alex's mods. Mobs, sorry, not mods. Alex's mobs. So it adds a bunch of different animals to the game, and there's squids, and there's geese, and ducks, and raccoons. And there's a ton of it. I just noticed there's logs here. And yeah, that's fun. So it's a nice addition. It's more visual than anything else, but it helps either way. Okay, so we need that. Okay, so let's go try for a topic that we wanted to do earlier. Okay, so that's Alex's mods. Then we have ambient sound. I'm a massive fan of that. Different biomes have different sounds. This is an aspen forest. This is part of the Biome Go mod, so I don't think there's a sound associated with it. So unfortunately, it doesn't work quite well, but it's fun. Different biomes have sounds that some doesn't. So it actually works out well because it gives variety, and I love variety. And then we have apple skin. It shows you that hunger or the saturation and food, the amount of food and saturation it will give you. That's a quite nifty quality of life mod. Okay, then we have I'm going to skip the libraries. Bee info is when you hover over beehive to get the info of how many bees and honeys in there. A lot of these mods we don't even touch on in the game. We don't use it, but some of you might if you play the mod pack, some of you might not. So yeah, fun. Okay, but the variety is there, so anybody can enjoy as they want to. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done now. And then next mod is better F3 mod. So if you press F3, you get colored stuff and what you're looking at and all this fun stuff. Okay, and then better F3. Then we have a library. Oh, and then a massive exploration dungeon mod is Castle in the Sky. It adds just one structure in the game, but it's a massive dungeon that you can go. You have to go find it. It's usually more than 10,000 blocks away from spawn, so good luck with that one. I'll suggest you be able to fly to do that. I did went to check it out in a test world, and yeah, believe me, that's going to be fun. Anybody wanting to attempt that? Why don't I get the topic achievement? It's only when you start boiling stuff. Okay, so we need, in any case, we need that. So let's see if that helps. And then, what else is there? Okay, Castle in the Sky, then it's chalk. We have a chalk that we can make. And it adds arrows. You need to get calcite and white dye. So it's Minecraft stuff that you need to get. And then you can actually make a chalk. I've increased the durability in our config to 2 times. And then you can mark your way. You're coming and flies. Interesting. I think that's a different mod than Alex's mod. I'll get to that. So chalk shows you where you're going and where you have been. So it's a better alternative than just using your normal torches as I usually use. Okay, we need to get underground quick before it gets dark. Okay, so it will show you which direction you're going, which direction you came from. It makes arrows on the ground or on a wall, depending on where you scribe, to put it that way. Did I make torches? Nope, I did not. Oh, there's already a skeleton and a creeper somewhere. I'm just going to close that. Okay, so chalk. And then I have a chunk loader from Chicken Chunks. Citadel, I'm not sure if that's a mod. Library. Might be. Cloth. Yeah, that's. And then we have clumps. Clumps, it actually clumps all the XP balls together so you don't experience lag. Then that's a library. Then we have connected glass. It's a better alternative to your normal Minecraft glass. I think you craft it with normal Minecraft glass. Yeah, Minecraft glass, then you get connected glass. And it basically has connected textures in it, so it just looks better. Ooh, what's this? Lapis already. Interesting. Are we at the level of lapis? 56. That's anyway, doesn't matter. Then corpse is a different alternative to the normal soapstone. To the normal graveyard mod we usually use. so it leaves a body there rather than a gravestone, and it decomposes over time, so your items may get lost over time. So that's why I added it, because if you don't get to your body, I think it's 30 minutes or 60 minutes, you lose it. So I believe that's better, because the gravestone mod, I don't know if it has a config to disappear after a while, but yeah, it doesn't as far as I know. Okay, then we have Ding, which is disabled at the moment because it's errors. We'll add it later. That's a mod that just go ping when all the mods has loaded successfully and you can start your game. And then Ding double doors is a mod that if you open one door and you have two doors next to each other, it opens both doors. For me, that's a huge quality of life mod. And durability tooltip is this tooltip it shows here, which is awesome. Easy magic, what does that do again? Oh, I think that's the one that keeps the items in your enchanting table when you leave, so you don't return to your inventory every time, etc. Enchantment descriptions, we have that in the previous one. So if you go over your enchantment, let's say punch, it gives you a description what punch does, which is awesome. Equipment compare, so if you have a equipment equipped, you have another one in your inventory, you can hover over it and it will compare the two items, which is nice in my opinion. Exotic birds, that's the new flyers. That's why I said a fly. I think it's from Exotic Flyers, not sure if it's Alex's mods. And then we have expanded storage. This takes a place of iron storage, because iron storage what do you call it? Okay, no. Iron storage is awesome, but expanded storage actually is the same as iron storage, but it has addition of having two or double chests. So you can have two iron chests and you can actually have a double chest. And the nice thing is you can have it in 3 dimensions. So left to right, forward to backwards, or up and down. So that's kind of cool. The falling leaves, it's that visual effect that the leaves looks like they have one singular leaf falling to the ground. And fast leaf decay. Find me is when you press T on an item and will find the item in the chest close to you. And flat bedrock we already handled. It's terrain generation, it just makes all bedrock flat. And then terrain inventory sorter, so you can middle click and it sorts your inventory for you. What's next? Inventory sorter, item highlighter, if you pick up something it just makes a star, so if you didn't know what you picked up, that shows you. Then we have Jade, it's the tooltip at the top showing you what you're looking at and what tool you're using or need to use. Then we have journey map, and then JI and its additions. Then we have large ore deposit, so that's the add lots that we started off with in a mod or with a game or a playthrough. What level am I? 42. Okay, sorry for that interruption. For some reason my recording software stopped recording. It still counted the time and it looked like it continued, but for some reason it just cut the recording. That's the first time that happened. Anyway, so let's quickly continue. So large ore deposits is basically also terrain generation on ores. And what I've done is I increase the size of ore veins we come across. If I'm not mistaken, it's only a chance, and the chance is when it happens, it's 1 times 5 the size. So in place of example getting 10 iron ores, you can get 15 iron ores. And then there's a very, very, very rare chance of getting a large ore deposit. So apparently it's massive. I've never came across it. I've played another mod pack with it, nothing I've recorded, and I've never came across one of those ore veins. So that's interesting. So yeah, hopefully in this series we might get across one. If I do ever get across one of those off cam, I will record that, just so everybody knows. Okay, and then light overlay, the default, everybody knows light overlay. It will tell you when and where a mob can spawn, etc. And then we have mini coal. You guys saw it probably earlier when I cooked something. There's more chests because a lot have happened since I've realized the recording software cut out. So mini coal and mini charcoal was added so that you can use that to do 1 burning operation in place of 8. And in mouse tweaks is where we can use a mouse wheel to transfer items back and forth from a chest. Biomes will go, it basically just adds a bunch of biomes in terrain generation. Then we have open blocks elevator mod. So it's a normal elevator that we used in the previous season as well. It's just much easier for vertical travel. I've decreased the size of blocks it can go. I think it was 64, 128. I think I changed it to 32 if I'm not mistaken. But I did nerf it because it is a little bit overpowered. Then we have a few more libraries. Then reap mod, you saw earlier when I chopped down a tree, it dropped the other things. Or it when I cut down the bottom block, it cuts down the whole tree. And also it works with crops. So if you right click on a crop, it will basically replant the seed, so you don't have to waste your time replanting every time. That's a reap. Then we've added simple magnet. So this adds a magnet that pulls resources to you. I've changed this size. I think this was 3 and 8. I made it 5 and 12 blocks that you can pull it. It's not very cheap. It's not very expensive also, but yeah, item pulling I think it's very needed. And then simply backs. Why is that not picking up? Okay, wait a minute, why is that not picking up? Oh, there it is. Why didn't you pick up? In any case, it's tiered backpacks that we have, and then we also have snow under trees. So in a snow biome, usually there's no snow under the trees. So you'll see the snow on the outline, and that bugs me. So I thought let's add that. Snow under trees. Then stack refill. If we have the item in our inventory and we're on our last items, it will automatically fill your slot that you've been using. So which is cool. So if you're building, you don't have to go into your inventory, swap it out. And that's refill. Stylish effects. If we have debuffs of buffs, it will have a nice effect around it. Libraries. Tom Simple Storage. This is a cool mod. It's basically refined storage. It has a crafting terminal, a storage terminal, and all the fun stuff. Where's the crafting terminal? That's a storage. There's a crafting terminal. And it has connectors to link to chests. And then it will, can have blacklist, whitelist, etc. And it actually helps a bunch. And no, it doesn't use power, since we don't have a power or any tech mod for that matter. Sorry about that, guys. No tech mod in this series. So we're using this, but I do want the inventory sorting system, and I don't want to make my own sorting system. That takes a week or two. I spent to make that sorting system in the quality of life modded Minecraft. So that was vanilla with just a 1 or 2 mods for quality of life. It just takes too long. And then we have a tool stat. Look at the bottom, it says a durability, and there's a progress bar that I really enjoy. And then trading post is a mod that it's a block that you make and you plump it down in the middle of a village, and you can trade with all villagers at the same time. You don't have to run to each villager to see what they have to offer. We'll check that out later. Trash lot is over here, so you can place something there and it will stay there until you override it with an item, let's say cobblestone, and then it's gone. But you can recover it, so that's kind of cool. Wonder what that will do. Okay, it will actually do that. Interesting. And then last but not least is uppers. So we have normal droppers, and then we have an upper. So it works exactly the same as a dropper, it just up in an upward direction. So now you can use your hopper, get an upper, or just craft a upper. So yes, that's it for the mod list. Sorry for the rambling episode. So I'm going to call it this episode 00, just because it's not really part of a game. I'll continue the mine downstairs, and we'll bring you back in the next episode, and we will start actually getting something. So maybe get some food farm going, because we really need some food. I've been living off of apples. There's a few cows around that we can go slaughter and fun stuff. So not really a full episode, just a intro to the mod pack / handling all the mods in here. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this episode, guys, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed the previous modded pack, or if you're trying out this mod pack, hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up also. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate that a bunch. But for now, I'm going to call it an episode. See you guys in the next one. Cheers!